Good morning, everybody. Hello from Central Oregon. I had a great night's sleep last night at the snow park right outside the Newberry National Monument, the Volcanic National Monument, and yeah, getting ready to start my day. I'm going to head over to the, now this is a hard one for me, Umpqua. It's a national forest. It's also like a chain of banks around the Pacific Northwest. But it's not a word that I've heard said very many times. I've just seen it written. So I'm gonna head towards the natural forest. Yes, it's natural. It's a natural forest, but it's also a national forest. And what it's really known for, or one of the main things, I guess, is a really fantastic hot spring. So might as well take advantage of it while I'm in this highly volcanic area. So it's before the snow falls, you can drive pretty close to it and park there. When they get a snowpack, you have to drive quite a bit further, or you have to park quite a bit further away and then hike in for about 2 miles. But there is no snow, as you can see, which is good. And so it's just going to be a moderate hike, not too bad. I think it's uphill to get there and then downhill to get back, but that's fine. And what it is like a series of pools going down the side of the hill or the mountain. So it sounds pretty fantastic, and I'm excited to go, and yeah, let's get on the road. I'm on my way to the hot spring in the Umpqua National Forest, and I'm driving past Diamond Lake, and it looked really beautiful. So I saw that there was a viewpoint. You kind of have to wind your way up a hill to see it. So that's where I am. And over there, that's the peak you can see from Crater Lake. It's very dominant. Very pointy peak. And I could be wrong, but I think it's called Sawtooth Peak, maybe? No, I'm thinking of something else. This is called Mount Thiessen. Just remembered. That's Mount Thiessen. Very pointy mountain. So they have some picnic tables here. This one doesn't have any view, but still you're surrounded by beautiful green trees. And then there's one over there too that looks like it's got a pretty nice view. We'll go check it out. Oh yeah, definitely a beautiful view from these tables. Diamond Lake was formed after Mount Mazama, which is what Crater Lake is now. Mount Mazama, when it blew up about 7,000 years ago, a lot of its debris came down the sides of it and ended up right over here, and it dammed up a glacial stream and created Diamond Lake. Here's a view looking south, I believe. And Crater Lake National Park is, I believe, right over here. About, I think, 11 miles south of here. Across Diamond Lake, that's Mount Bailey, which is just under 8,400 feet in elevation. Mount Bailey is only about 100,000 years old, and it is considered to be in a state of dormancy, and future eruptions are probable. What I showed you before, Mount Thiessen, that is 9,000, almost 9,200 feet high. Mount Thiessen's tall, spiky peak attracts countless amounts of lightning strikes. And because of that, it's known as the lightning bolt of the Cascades. I'm very lucky to have such a nice day. I think tomorrow it's supposed to rain, so I am headed south. Headed to California tomorrow. Well, that's my plans right now. They can change at any time though. So I am slowly making my way through the national forest to find these hot springs, and in my head it was very close. You know, like you look at the map, it seems close, but when you're climbing mountains and going down little gravel roads, well, it's an adventure. And it's beautiful. Like all the trees are just starting to turn, and yeah, it's really lovely. But I want to be at the hot springs already, so I think I'm close. It's half a mile still down this little road. Yeah. Hot springs, yay! This is the North Umpqua Trail. It's quite long. And they named each section. And check out the name of this section. Dread and Terror. Wow. So right now I'm right here, Hot Springs. It's 3.5 miles. But very close to Dread and Terror. I will not be going to Dread and Terror. I'm headed up to the hot springs. Not very impressed by the parking lot. What I mean by that is there are a lot of people hanging out in very ratty vehicles and blaring music. The bathroom was well, it's just a pit toilet, but it was really bad. So hopefully the springs are not similar to the parking lot. I have read though, a lot of people say that humans are ruining this hot spring, that there are people who camp up there, which is not allowed, and they allow dogs to go in the springs, and a lot of feces, dog and otherwise, are contaminating or changing the pH and the bacteria levels of the springs. Hopefully they've cleaned it up a bit. That was a couple of years ago mostly that people were complaining. Wow, this trail gets steep really fast. Pretty much going straight up right now. The hot springs are only 1,200 feet, but they are straight up the mountain. Well, the trail leveled off, but that was something coming up. Definitely not for everybody. But it's beautiful here. Okay, now it's back down a hill. Definitely seems like more than 1,200 feet. I guess this is an outhouse, but I'm not going to investigate. I think that's a substantial waterfall over there. I can see just little bits of it to the trees. It's quite loud. So the hottest spring is right up here, and then it through little waterfalls and channels, the water continues down and gets cooler as it goes down. That was pretty awesome. Especially the hottest pool was really nice. It wasn't as hot though as the Paulina Lake. Paulina Lake was scalding hot. This one, the top one was hot. All the other ones were kind of just like, I wouldn't say lukewarm, but they were very warm. The top one was hot. I like a really hot spring. So I didn't get as many pictures as I wanted to of the springs because you know, people's privacy and stuff. And yeah, don't want to put a lot of naked bodies on YouTube. If you want a more private experience, I would say definitely come early. The trail is a little treacherous in certain spots. You have to like duck under things like this. And then it gets very narrow, and the drop-off is pretty steep. You wouldn't want to fall down there. Yeah, downhill is definitely easier. Whee! Jesus. Yeah, so pretty. I think I got myself lost. Well, not lost, but it smells so good here, though. This is not the way I need to go. Well, that was a mistake. I went down too early, and now I'm climbing back up that crazy steep hill. But I am on the right path now because there's a little outhouse shack. So this sort of seems to be my thing lately. I go to a hot spring and then I go see a waterfall. So there's a lot of waterfalls in this area. I've stopped at a couple of them, and they were all significant hikes, and it's getting a little too close to dark. So this one is a very short hike, and yeah, I can see it already. Oh, it's very pretty. This is called Clearwater Falls. Well, thanks for coming along with me to this really pretty, I was going to say little waterfall, but really it's not that little. And I appreciate you all being here, and I'll see you down the road.